The topic of this mini podcast is faith. Do you have faith? Not of faith, but faith. Casually listening to people, you would think they don't, but on further inspection, it seems they do. Perhaps a story would be helpful. Many years ago, I had a client who was deathly afraid of flying. It all stemmed from when she was a teenager and was on a flight that was going through some weather, as the pilots affectionately call it. It was quite choppy. All of a sudden, this flight hit an air pocket and dropped like the Tower of Terror at Disney World. This young girl, in stark fear, reached out and grabbed the hair of the woman in front of her and came away with a hunk of the woman's hair. The plane eventually made its way through the chop and landed quite safely. Fast forward to many years later, this woman's husband had an opportunity to take a business/pleasure trip to an exclusive resort in Costa Rica. All the top salespeople and their spouses were invited, but this involved flying there. She came to me and wanted help because she didn't want her husband to miss out on his career acknowledgement and a much-needed vacation. He wouldn't go without her. She was terrified of flying. Just talking about it gave her goosebumps and a turned stomach. She said she didn't have the faith in her ability to fly again. I immediately agreed with her. I said, "You've dedicated all your faith to the plane going down." I told her our job was to reallocate that faith. I got a wonderful postcard from Costa Rica. It said, "I'm not in love with flying yet, but I haven't ripped out anyone's hair. Thank you, Janice." I remembered that story when I got this musing from the Grasshopper. Do you have faith in your ability to fail? It seems we can't muster the faith to succeed, but we have no problem in churning up enough of it to fail. The transformation from one to the other begins with just noticing how much faith we naturally put in everyday things without even thinking about it. We have faith that the light switch is going to go on, that our car will take us from here to there, and the toaster will work. Do people still have toasters? Anyway, one of these things could fail at a moment's notice, but we don't allocate our faith there. This lack of faith comes down to our conditioning. Oftentimes, like Janice, we take one event and extrapolate it across our entire lives and automatically lack faith in a certain area. To fix this, it's not necessary to find out the root cause, but only to start noticing that you do have faith. It's just been misappropriated. Faith is another word for confidence. Both are feeling sensations in your body. The good news is those feelings are transferable to any situation, including a scary airplane or amusement ride. It takes a little rehearsal, and the practice is worth it. Here's an exercise that works wonders. Think of a time when you felt confident about anything. Go back to that time in your mind, and notice what your body feels like when you're confident. Then think of another time you felt confident, and again notice how it feels in your body. Practice knowing what confidence feels like. Then, think of a situation where you lack faith in yourself or lack confidence. You'll immediately notice those feelings are different. The moment you feel those faithless feelings begin, have your mind switch back to what confidence feels like. Do this exercise over and over. The second you feel the scary feelings, throw the switch. It allows the confident feelings to show up. It's your imagination. You can do anything you want with it. The more often you practice this exercise in your mind, the better you'll get at it in real life. What will happen over time is that the switch will automatically throw itself. It's a wonderful method for reconditioning your mind and reallocating your faith. In closing, I have faith that you'll find this exercise is time well spent. All the best, John.